Hey! Greetings from the World Wide Web. I'm your pilot and host, Luscious Luke, broadcasting from my garage in partnership with the good folks at Force RC and the Superglue Corporation. You guys may have seen my video from a few weeks back where we highlighted some products from the Superglue Corporation, specifically their Zap product line. At that time, I showed you guys the new Zap app that they came out with, which allows you to input two different surfaces and it'll tell you what type of adhesive you need to bond those two things together. Here's their cool catalog. It's a 2-page bifold catalog and it really showcases all of the different adhesive products that they offer. You can pick one of those up from your local Zap retailer, or you could go down to forcerc.com and they'll be able to send you anything you like. Today, we're going to continue on with the You Need That series that we've been doing here at Force RC and highlight one of the Zap products called Z-Poxy. Z-Poxy is a 2-part clear epoxy. It's very similar to the products that you're used to. It does dry hard, but is slightly vibration resistant, so it's not going to be near as brittle as some of your CA products. It is fuel proof, so for you gasser guys that like to drip fuel all over the place, this thing isn't going to let go. It's extremely durable. It's also sandable, so if you're using it to fill gaps and things and you need to sand it down to finish the surface, you can do that with this. It's not going to crack or chip. This one right here, it comes in 5-minute, 15-minute, and 30-minute cure times, just kind of depending on the application, whatever you guys need. If it's something where you're looking to get a quick bonded surface, you might want to consider going with something a little bit faster drying time, like the 5 minutes, so you don't have to sit there and hold it for as long. Or if you need something to set slowly, you're working in a tight space, you're trying to move things around to where you don't want it to bind up on you real quick and give you plenty of time to get things in place and exactly where you need them, you might want to consider the 30-minute. Let's go ahead and try these things out and see how they cure up, and we'll be able to tell you what we think after that. All right, here we are on the bench, guys. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick demo of the 5-minute setting epoxy. What you're going to find in the box are these 2 bottles. What you're going to need to supply to mix this up is just some sort of a mixing cup. I like to use these little plastic shot glasses. And then you can also pick up some popsicle sticks from your local hobby supply, and that'll be your mixing instrument. We're going to go ahead and glue a couple short popsicle sticks together just to kind of see what the end product looks like. This is the 5-minute setting epoxy, so within 5 minutes it'll pretty much be hardened enough where it's not coming apart, guys, so hopefully you've got it in place. What you're going to want to do is pop the tops off of here. They are sealed, so just make sure there's nothing inside, but the caps are not punctured yet, so go ahead and get yourself a sharp instrument and very carefully just kind of poke yourself a small hole there. Same thing on the other side. And guys, if you're like me, I'm not a big fan of getting glue on my fingers. I don't know why I'm doing it barehanded today, but you can also wear a pair of rubber gloves. I would definitely recommend it because this stuff can be a little bit tricky to get off of. So what you're going to do is start with your resin. This is the glue itself, and then you'll also have the Z-Poxy 5-minute hardener. You're going to use equal parts of this. So we're just going to go ahead and eyeball it here. Just do something about the half size of a dime there. And then go ahead and put a little bit of hardener right next to it. Again, equal parts. It's not rocket science. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but the more equal you can get it, the better the durability and strength is going to be. And if you use a little bit too much hardener, it's going to dry quicker than 5 minutes. So just go ahead and give that a good stir, usually for about 30-45 seconds or so. Make sure everything is well incorporated. And for those of you who have used epoxy in the past, you'll notice it's kind of a binary reaction. It gets a little bit warm to the touch. So again, you want to be sparingly on the accelerator. You definitely don't want to use too much. Okay, so we got it mixed up pretty well there. We're just going to take a little dollop here. Zap does recommend applying it to both sides of the surface that you're going to bond. So we'll put a little bit there. Put another little dab on the other side here. And go ahead and bond them together. Get it seated just where you like. Again, remember guys, this is the 5-minute epoxy, so it's gonna set pretty quick. So make sure you got it right where you want it. Leave it on a nice stable surface and let it dry. Okay, after 24 hours, let's take a look at what kind of results we've got. As you can see, the Zap Z-Poxy has completely hardened. It's dried clear. It seems like it's got a teeny tiny bit of give to it. I'm taking a sharp poker here. So it's definitely not near as brittle as some CAs. Nice and strong, tweaking it here. And just for fun, guys, let's see how much force it would actually take to bust this joint apart. Quite a bit. I had to torque it there pretty good. The final dried product seems to be similar in consistency to hard hot glue. So it does have a little bit of give to it, which is good for high vibration applications. Certainly very stiff, very rigid, extremely secure. I would highly recommend this based on these results. Well, there you have it, folks. Head on down to forcerc.com to pick up the entire line of Zap products. Today we looked at the 5-minute, 15-minute, and 30-minute Z-Poxys. Depending on your application, one of these should definitely fit the build. Again, check out forcerc.com for all of their awesome products. This is your pilot and host, Luscious Luke, signing off.